I'm going to make a pink and natural polyburlap flower. So I had half roll of this pink, and I had a half roll of the lighter pink. And yesterday, hi from Snowmageddon in London. I know, right, Karen? Yesterday in the VIP group, I made this gorgeous center for a flower with burlap. Isn't that pretty? So I want to make I'm going to make a flower. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Auntie Marilyn. I'm going to make a flower because I love using pink and natural colors together. This is one of my favorite colors to put together. We all know Lori loves pink, but pink with natural is going to be so pretty. Isn't this flower center really pretty? I loved it. I loved making it. I made it as like mad scientist. So I had really no idea what I was doing, so everybody watched in the VIP group as I made a few different centers for flowers. So I made this one, and I made this one, which obviously is going to be going into a purple flower. We're going to use some of this purple poly burlap check. So I made this. It's a flower center as well. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to put it on a dark purple flower. And then I made just little attachments that we could use on wreaths. So I made like a bee colored inspired little flower attachment that you can just glue, and a ladybug inspired one. Aren't they cute? So we made them with just scrapped mesh. Yes, they were made in the VIP group. Actually, it was only 2 pieces of each color of mesh. And I did have a bling center, but I was showing how you could use a piece of ribbon and make a flower to attach to your wreaths that would match, you know, any ribbons that you were using in the wreath. So that was the fun day we had yesterday. This turned out so pretty as well. Love it. I can't wait to make a flower with it too for the center. But today's we are going to quickly do this one. I'm dying to see what it looks like. So I have cut heat sealed, or I wood burned, or heat sealed, or actually I would burn these ones. Poly burlap into 10-inch pieces. Hello, hello. I preloaded a large board, just the normal holes on rows 2, 3, 4, and we'll do 5 once we get there. So I preloaded the board, or the holes closed. So there's the back, and you can see it looks like just stitching. Okay, and I'm going to be using the Dean Michael petal, or otherwise known as the single sunflower petal, which looks like this. So it looks like one single petal. It's a really popular one. So I have this pink, I have a lighter pink, and then I'm going to have 8 pieces of just this natural burlap color poly burlap. I will be getting more poly burlap in next week, and I believe there's pinks and the natural colors on the order. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you how to make the petal. You're going to cut or wood burn, heat seal your poly burlap into a 10 by 10 piece. So this is 10 by 10 square piece. Now I pre-did all my petals so I can just whip them in. So this won't be a very long video. And I'll show you how I did it. I just used, to pre-make my petals, I just used little clear elastic bands. Hi, Barbara Davis. I'm doing well, thank you. That you get at the dollar store in the hair section. Now, when I make my petals like this, you always want your finished edge on the same side of your petal all the time. So I always work on the left side. So I make sure with my poly burlap, when it's curled up, that my finished edge is on my left side. Thanks, Barbie. Oh, did you, Barbara? Okay, so curl up my finished edge or serged edge right here. I'm going to take the bottom corner and I'm going to meet it up with the top corner. And I like to just clip to hold those 2 points together. And then now poly burlap behaves very nicely and will do what it's told. So if you fold it and make sure the edges are running along each other to make it look like one uniform petal. Okay, so that's what you want to do. So you're going to bring it up. You can clip it. Make sure your edges are matched. Then I flip this to the left. I'm going to stretch out the middle. It's kind of stretchy there. You can see it's got a little elasticity. And I'm going to pinch. And this is why I like to clip it, so I can pinch right down the center. So I get that perfect center line without the two tips moving away from each other, because with this petal, to have the tips on top of each other is important for this petal. Okay, so I'm going to pull it to this in the center. So I got my center line here, or center crease, and I'm going to scrunch 3 ways going this way. So, or pleat it, 1, 2, 3, and you got a little like triangle at the end there. We're going to leave that like that, and then we're going to do three pleats this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you have, this is what it looks like. Then you're going to take that little end piece, bring it to the back, bring the other one to the back. Now, you can, if you're making your flower, you can put your nub right into the zip tie and pull it. Or if you're pre-making your petals, you can just go along the bottom with one of those little rubber bands, and no, your customer will not see the rubber bands. They eventually will disintegrate, and but that'll be okay once they disintegrate, because you'll already have them in your zip tie. Okay, so we'll do that one again. Hi, Suzanne. I quickly read that you fell. I hope you are doing okay. Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, again, we have a 10 by 10 piece. There's my finished edge on the left. Bring my bottom corner up to my top. Put my little clip on it. Now, you don't have to do this. I just find it's easy, especially when you're doing your pleating of the mesh, that it keeps those two tips together. Okay, so once you got it folded into a triangle, I'm right-handed, so I always flip it the point to the left. You're going to stretch it down the middle and then pinch in the center, so you're making this center pleat. Okay. Again, 3 ways this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You have these 2 end pieces, or these little pieces from the corner. Fold them under, and you can do your elastic band around it. Okay, so I'm going to be going on row 2 with the little darker pink. Thank you, Sharon, for glittering my page. So my plan is row 2 is a darker pink. Row 3 is the burlap color, the natural color. Row 4 and row 5 is going to be the lighter pink. And then we're going to put our gorgeous rose center right in the middle of the flower. Okay, one more time. So 10 by 10, curl up. Curl up means it's going to curl up on itself like that. Okay. Take the bottom corner up to your top corner. Now again, I'm going to reiterate, with poly burlap, you do want to heat seal or wood burn it because it will unravel like nobody's business. So when you're heat sealing or wood burning, what you're basically doing is searing off the edges of the plastic so they don't continue to unravel and fray. Poly burlap, if you don't, it will. I promise you, it will fray and won't look the greatest. Okay, so you can stick this right in if you're, put it about a fingertip in and pull the zip tie. Really easy. I'm gonna fix this petal. Alrighty. So we'll just continue. This is why I like to pre-make my petals, because once you pre-make them, you just literally put the nub into the zip tie. And go around and pull. Doesn't matter if you go top or bottom. I'm not sure, Linda, what you're actually asking. Maybe you can rephrase that. If you're asking about like center to the outside, you always want to work on the outside first because you get the layering effect with the flowers. So they layer on top of each other. And what I do is I always have my serged edge to the left, like I just told you right at the beginning. And the reason for this is because I put the unfinished edge, which is usually the right, underneath the finished edge, so you don't see it as much. Yeah, poly burlap is nice. This and the Rita flower is basically the only time I use poly burlap, to be honest with you. It's a lot of work. It's kind of pricey. It does make beautiful flowers. But like I said, it's a lot of work because you have to heat seal it. It's not cheap, but it does make nice flowers. So. But I do not use this for roses. You sure are, Dana Downs. You sure are a VIP. It's still snowing a little bit. And Dave was outside again today. This afternoon, and now he's totally overdid himself, so he's not feeling very good. He did way too much. He forgets he's almost 60 and can't be lifting all that heavy snow like when he was younger. No, I don't, Diana. I made the center in the VIP group, the Can-Am VIP group. So I don't share all my secrets with everybody for free. But the VIP group gets lots of little tidbits in there. Yeah, I got the elastic bands at a dollar store, just in the hair section. Even with heat sealing, you still get a few little strings. Now, I'm not as OCD as some people with their petals. Some people get really OCD about their petals being like perfect. I did it yesterday, Diana. I'm a VIP. Thank you, Dana Down. Well, you can see this flower gets pretty big. Oh, I missed a zip tie. Duh. So to put the zip tie in, you just go down one hole, up the other. Hear a little click. That's to make sure your zip tie is in the right way. And you hear that click. If you don't hear a click, your zip tie is probably in backwards. Strings. I got to zoom out a bit because the flower's getting a little big. Okay, I have to make one more of these petals. So top corners. Alrighty. So once they're all in there, we're going to go around. You can use wire nippers, anything you have. Just don't use your good scissors to cut your zip tie tails off because it will dull your scissors really, really fast. Hello, everybody. So I use a zip tie gun. What this does is there's a little slit right in here. And if you put the tail of the zip tie into the slit, it will, and pull the trigger, it will pull your zip ties tight and cut it at the same time. Wonderful little invention. Especially if you use a lot of the boards. And they're about $12, I think $12, $13 on Amazon. There is a link on my website under Lori's Tools for this particular one. This one's made out of metal. And I've had it for about 3 years now. And never had a problem with it. So you don't want to get a plastic one. The plastic ones tend to break very easy. Yes, the snow. Lolly took Duchess outside after the live on the leash. She had a ball. Okay. Oh, my light pink ones are falling. So the next color I'm gonna do is this natural. This too is a poly burlap in just a natural color. Okay. And I'm doing just the natural color on row 3. Now you'll see a lot of people, they'll put like the window pane mesh or the check mesh maybe in this row. You can put whatever you want. You can keep continuing on with the whole flower in the same color. You don't have to use other colors. Like I said, I had half a roll of this pink and half a roll of this pink. So I figured I might as well just get it gone. And I'm quite excited to see what the rose will look like in the center. Yeah, it's definitely well worth the money. I definitely got my $12 worth out of my zip tie gun over the past 3 years. About the zip tie tails, they probably, now we use recycled plastic, but obviously the plastic goes through a process. Most of the plastic we use in the boards are like sour cream containers and yogurt containers and stuff. But it's really any kind of plastic. They just, whatever's handy or whatever's coming in, they grind it all down, and I don't know, there's some kind of process they do, disinfect it or whatever. And then it comes to us in little teeny tiny pellets. And believe it or not, a lot, I think about 80% of our plastic, our recycled plastic, comes from the United States. You guys eat a lot of yogurt and margarine and yogurt, margarine, sour cream, all those containers. That's what these are made of. So instead of going to the landfill, we make pretty things with them. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the light pink. So we did 16 of the darker pink, 8 with the natural polyburlap, and then we got 8 on row 4 with the lighter pink. Oh, look how pretty that looks. I love pink and tan. I like pink and tan, and I like pink and gray. I love those colors together. So with the boards, there's no guessing. The holes are there for an actual reason. When I was designing the boards and everything, I designed them so they can make all kinds of different things. So flowers, wreaths, everything. So there is an actual reason for why the holes are where they are. Isn't this pretty? I love the pink and tan. Thanks, Tina Kelly. So as you can see, this goes really fast if you pre-make your petals. So I literally was sitting watching The Office with Dave making petals and preloading my zip board. And then I came down here and with you guys. Yep, this is polyburlap. You can use fabric mesh. You can use normal Deco mesh for these flowers. It doesn't lay, because you see how flat polyburlap lays. And for these flowers, it does lay perfectly. However, saying that, that's why I say don't use it for roses, because it lays completely flat. If you used it for a rose, your rose would be completely flat. It won't have that curve or that puffiness that the rose petal needs. We're almost done. Is this the petal I used with the fabric and felt? Yes, it is. It is. All right, cut this all off. Yes, you most definitely can use the small board. I love the large board. I love the size it makes. I love the spacing and everything. But we do know that there's people that can't have such a big flower or whatever. So anything you do on the large board, you can do on the small board. All right, so I think I didn't have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm short 1 light pink petal. Like I said, I was just using extra poly burlap. Let me think. I may just stick in 2. That's what I'll do. I'm going to do 2 dark petals just because I don't have enough. And maybe I'll do them up here. Hold please. Hold please. I think I'm going to, because I want the light pink against. And look how easy it is to fix them up when you want to change something. So I'm going to go here and here. I'm going to do a dark pink because the inner section I want all light pink. So if you have a full roll, you'll have enough, obviously. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sheila. I'm glad you're getting better, though. Keep pulling out these 8-inch zip ties. Okay, I'm going to put a dark one here and here. One here. And then right across, I'm going to put another dark one. Oh, I loved watching my dog play in the snow. Wasn't that fabulous? She was just having a ball. She was. It was hilarious. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check out my live from this morning. I did a quick live to show everybody the snow we got. And I let my little dog out to run in the snow. And it was so funny watching her. She was just like loving it. And then after that, Lolly took out both dogs. Duchess had to go on a leash, but they just had a ball out there playing. I know, I was laughing too. Oh my God. She's such a character. They're getting old though. Duchess, she's 9. Can you believe she's 9 and Duchess is 10? All right. So I just put 2 dark petals because I didn't have enough light pink. But that's okay. It's still going to look really pretty. All right, so we're going to go on all the holes. So this is the normal hole. We're going to go down and up the shared hole. So there's going to be 8 pieces in the center. This is poly burlap, and it usually just lays flat. That's just the nature of it. Makes pretty flowers, but God, it's a pain in the butt. And I think poly burlap's one of the supplies, the wreathing supplies that really increased in price, just to let you guys know. So don't be sticker shocked come the spring when you see everybody posting or everybody selling the poly burlap. It's a bit more than it was last year. I didn't put anything heavy on these. They just kind of laid flat for me. Yes, I did heat seal them. I actually wood burned them. Okay, let's go on with the rest. The light pink. So we're going to go every hole. How did I get here? Okay. So I'm doing, just go around and zip them in. Oh, I put, if you watch the replay, I pre-made my petals while I was watching TV, so I could just whip this out. And I did put elastic rubber bands around the bottom of them. And I do this often when I'm before a live, so I don't have to sit here by myself and make petals. I just like the lighter pink. I like the lighter pink against the burlap. So it's just preference, that's all it was. There's like no rhyme or reason or anything. You know what? I get asked all the time about selling my wreaths. I don't sell my wreaths. I'm going to start, but I don't right now. I don't know the market of them. I think something like this would go for, God, maybe $65. I'm not sure. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing, but now this one would be more expensive because I actually handcrafted an actual burlap rose to go into the center of this. I made it with my own two hands. All right, we're done. And I'll show you the back. So that didn't take very long at all, 33 minutes. So if you have all your mesh cut and your petals pre-done, you can make a flower like this in less than a half an hour. Okay, so I'll show you the back. The light pink, we have a bunch coming in. I don't know if it's on this shipment this week or next week's shipment. There's the back, all nice and neat, right? I'm not going to put any green leaves on this flower, but I am going to put, there's two little holes closer together on row 1 here. I'm putting a zip tie down and up for a hanger. And then we'll cut the edge and that'll stop the zip tie. So there's the back, nice and neat. And there's the center. It's pretty much a no-brainer where to put everything. So you can really figure out your patterns. And it's really easy to reconstruct a wreath. So you could, if you had a bunch of pink poly burlap, you could put this flower on your Etsy store and sell multiples of them because you'll pretty much make the same one every single time if you use the same pattern in the same holes. Okay, and now my rose center, it's made on styrofoam, and then I put pipe cleaner. The pipe cleaner is just going to go through the two center holes, and it'll be directly in the center. Ooh, look how pretty that is. pull it so it's tight. Give it a twist. Cut off the pipe cleaner. I'm going to tuck it back down the hole so there's nothing sharp and it's still nice and neat on the back. So guys, if you're looking at Unique and Creek boards, you'll always see our trademark logo, the feather with Unique and the Creek. This one has our website. This is an old one. It doesn't have our website anymore. You'll see the little triangle. The little triangle in the center of the board means it's made with recycled plastic. The PP means polypropylene, then made in Canada, and then patent pending. That's how you know you got a real Unique and the Creek board. All right, and now I'm just going to bring these petals kind of up so it's not such a flat, it's not so flat. And this does fit between two doors. So you just kind of puff them up a bit. 36 minutes. See? Sit with your mesh and watch The Office and make petals. There we go. And this flower is, let me see what isn't it pretty? I never did one before. So this was made with 6-inch burlap. I don't know where the burlap went. Just normal 6-inch roll of burlap I made it with. It was definitely Mad Scientist Day yesterday. Yesterday I was in the Can-Am VIP group for over 3 hours. 3 hours. We made all kinds of stuff. So this was one of them. This. And then this week I'm going to do a dark purple flower like this and use this center. And this was made with scrap pieces of mesh. And then I put a couple, 3 pieces of the dark purple window poly burlap. Because I'm going to be using that in the flower. There you go. And our flower measures, what do we got here? 20, this one is 26 inches round. 26 inches. 26 inches in about a half an hour. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I made the flower centers in our Can-Am VIP group, which is a paid group of myself, Michelle from Monkey's Creations, and Andrea Brown from Ranch House Wreath Supply. So, there we go. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Love it. So there you go, VIPers. Even though it didn't look like I knew what I was doing yesterday, I mean, it turned out fab. Right? Okay, everybody. We will see you guys soon again. I will be live again sometime this week. Hopefully we can get out of our snowmageddon. If you didn't see the video from earlier and you want to have a little chuckle, go watch my live video from this morning. My dog lady is the cutest thing ever. She's a little 5-pound Morkie, and you have to see her running through the snow. It's absolutely hilarious. Okay, everybody, and VIPers, I will see you in an hour. Less than an hour. All right, everybody, have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Oh, and thank you all. Thank you all for your support. Love you.